to my channel. So I'm sure you can tell from the title that today we're gonna be cooking. I'm gonna try and make some sushi today. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, honestly, but I've been craving it since the lockdown began, so I just had to try it, including a kulum. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and while we're here, please don't forget to subscribe. It's literally free. So firstly, I am gonna make the tempura prawn, and for that I'm gonna use some flour, some breadcrumbs, some shrimp, as well as some salt, black pepper, parsley, paprika, garlic salt, as well as some milk. So I started with 3 tablespoons of just regular flour, and then I added the spices. So in terms of spices, I put about a spoonful of each spice and a pinch of salt. And for the milk, I just added about 3/4 of the cup that I used. So once the flour and the spices were mixed together, I added an egg as well as the milk, and then I stirred it together. I found that the batter was quite watery and runny, so I did add a little bit of flour. So I did switch from a fork to a whisk because I don't know, I think it mixes better. Anyway, I did whisk it until it was thick. So once that was done, I did a dip in the shrimp and then coated in the breadcrumbs, which I then shallow fried with some coconut oil. So to make the actual sushi, you're gonna need some nori, aka some seaweed, and a rolling mat. I also used some cucumber and cream cheese. You obviously also gonna need some rice and soy sauce for dipping. So first I brushed the seaweed with some water so that the rice could stick. I actually couldn't find sushi rice, so I settled for normal long grain rice, and it actually didn't work out the way I thought it would. So if you are gonna try this, just make sure that you do get the sushi rice because it's much stickier. Any short grain rice actually, because it's much stickier and it works better for this process. So I went ahead and pressed the rice onto the seaweed, and then I added the shrimp, the cucumber, as well as the cream cheese. So this was my first attempt at rolling the sushi, and as you can tell, it was a complete fail.
It was at this moment that she knew she fucked up.
Okay, so it actually worked out. So I transferred it from my rolling mat. That's not a rolling mat, by the way. I think it's just a place mat. I just covered it with some plastic wrap just to keep it clean. I went ahead and drizzled some soy sauce on top of it. I know my plating's quite bad, but I'm not a chef or anything, so it's whatever. So I also added some of the shrimp on top of each piece of sushi, as well as a little bit of mayo. And on top of that, I just sprinkled a tiny bit of parsley. Hey guys, so we're done. And this is the final product. I mean, it's pretty decent. This is actually way harder than I thought. Like, I watched a couple of videos on how to make it, and I was just like, yeah, you just roll the little math thing, and actually it didn't work out. Another thing is that I went to Woolies yesterday and I couldn't find because I checked at Checkers and Woolworths. I couldn't find sushi rice, so I just thought I could wing it with my regular long grain rice, and it didn't quite work out as I thought. So yeah, so I know that for next time I have to actually buy sushi rice. But it was a good first attempt. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so now for the actual taste test.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
Okay, I don't mean to blow my own horn, but this is pretty damn good. Anyway, please don't forget to like the video and comment down below on what you think I should try cooking next, and also how you think I did actually. Thank you so much for watching.